Good morning, it's 10 to 7. Been listening to some healing music. Slept better last night. Had some beans and chips and bread. I had a nice supper. I don't think Jamie's next door now. I feel that he's moved. I hope he's been moved. So there's a different energy. I feel safer in my living room. I'm not going to get up in this video because I can't be asked. I had a £1.99 refund from today's Express. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I'm a super healer and I taught the guy something about his energy, so he felt bad and sent me some money back. Or maybe it was a mistake, but that'll help me. I've got £2 and I've got £3.50 from Vintage You. I've got a £5 sale which I'm going to post on the 9th because my customer's back on the 10th off holiday. And I have my mattress in my living room on the floor. And obviously with my testicle being damaged, it's just like a tortured, abused dog. Because I feel it every day. Every day, the heaviness of having to move. And I listed some items on Vinted last night, 10 items. I've put a Gillet on Vinted as well, a New Balance Gillet, which I like, but if it sells at 20 or 30 quid, I'll be able to breathe. But I don't know, probably won't sell, or I'll maybe remove it and might list some more items this weekend. But when they're kicking off next door, I just can't breathe. Like I can't breathe because it's just horrible, and I'm healing such a hell. My bed base is in the other room, and I've listed my bed base, and then I take the bed base off. But like my sofa and my bed and my wardrobe, they're like, I always used to use the word staple with my friends. Like, I don't know, wind them up with like strange words, but like not a staple part of your life, like your sofa, your bed, and your wardrobe. So I don't really want to sell my furniture, and I don't want to fall into that low vibrational, like desperation energy to survive. But it's just horrible. And obviously my bedroom. Yeah, I'm gonna go in my other room. I've got my boxer shorts on, and I'm gonna put my vest on. One moment. My shorts. So yeah, like I have my fidget spinner, my moisturiser. So I always need to moisturise my face and my hands. But one thing my grandmother used to do, she used to give me cleanser, toner, and moisturiser because they essentially turned me into a girl. And I just sit in the bed at her house, which is 115 Dodswell Grove, where the bodies are buried under the conservatory. Neil lives at 113. And I'd just be a slave in that bedroom, and that was the house from where she fed me dog shit. I think it was dog shit, from Gromit the dog, which they named. They allowed us to name, they gave us the control, but they also got in what we liked, which I loved the Wallace and Gromit videos, and then they named it Gromit, but they spelt it Grommitt. So it's spelt double M double T. It's a different spelling of Gromit. Oh God. And as far as I remember, which is a term I was conditioned at the carpet shop to use by Neil, you know, as far as I remember, I've repressed memories of them like teaching me schoolwork in the carpet shop, but it's like sex slave work or just piece of shit work where you write down. This is very vague repressed memory. So there'll be a word missing, and even if this is a mistake, the energy of it lets you understand how evil the network are. So Neil will be looking at you, and it'll be all day at home. What is it? Rhymes with bank. Wank. Right. They're always on the right. The driver's on the right. They generally pay for the service of the children. My right eye's damaged. When I was at my grandmother's in the bedroom upstairs, and you had to put all the teddies and the different. There was like a summer quilt and a heavy quilt, and obviously she had all of this evil money, and she had lots of different benefits, because she knew people who were dodgy, and they were just. She had a car on finance and or a mobility car, and there was lots of people like stair lifting, and they didn't need the stair lifts. Like, as far as I remember, at Amberley Close, where Lee Smack, the child, was murdered, there was a stair lift, and I was sent up in stair lifts as a kid when I was surviving the network, and it's just the energy of what they do to you as a kid. They're bypassing different stages of your life, so it's like they're just. If you reach it to being an old person, they're sending you from a child straight to like an old person, straight to death. That's if you're not converted into a paedophile or you don't kill yourself. And then obviously I was raped as a boy. Multiple, endlessly rapes. And that just, the abuse, I heard something in an audiobook, it just tortures like, or fractures your mind. There was a really good term that I heard, and the developmental damage of it is just it's just horrible. I had a vague repressed memory of the woman who lived down our street, Sally, who my mum was building trust with before they got my mum in. She was gonna take a photo of me and my mum, and we were just gonna have it in the house as ours, like. Just so we had a photo together, but my mum was just tortured, and she couldn't get to the point of being ready to ask Sally to take a photo for us, because she was always possessed by the murder of her brother, and by like the return of my grandmother, Leslie Sargent, who had become a maid of honour. And obviously maid of honour is MAID, and I've thought about this. I think perhaps their version is MADE, maid of honour. And it's like some sort of strange honour. Oh. I used to like a martial arts film as a kid where there was like Yazuku. I forget the name of the film, but there's a tribe. What was the name of the film? Anyway, maybe if I remember the name of the film, I'll add it to the description. But maybe I won't, and that might be annoying to someone because I'm stressed. But they cut their finger off to like give to be part of this tribe, and then there was like sex scenes with tattoos, like a tattooed. When I was only a kid. But like this is my healing cave, and obviously I don't have any frames because I'm honouring the fact that I'm repairing my manhood. I was forced to rape my girlfriend Rebecca in my 20s to stop the system killing my little brother. So I have posters. I love the film Steve Jobs, and I don't know, maybe get some tools when the time feels right for my manhood to truly return, or what I have of a manhood. Um, this is my process of healing and becoming a man, which it's I it doesn't have to be impossible to be able to become a man after raping someone. Um, but obviously it affects your manhood and it affects the chances of becoming a man. But obviously I was forced, I was tortured, I come from a very difficult upbringing, and I've always got the thoughts of the kids in my mind, and it's just horrible. I bought these turtles from a charity shop. One of them's on a drawing pin, and one of them's on a nail that was already in the wall when I came in. My circular lampshade. This is a famous piece of artwork. Obviously, it's just a poster from HMV. The Great Wave of Kanagawa Hokusai. And I read about the artwork, but I forgot about what I read. And I just connect with the energy of what I've read or what I've watched, and then again in the energy of the torture and the kids from my family. There's always horrible thoughts in my mind, and they always remind you to go to something bad in your mind. My shelf. My Uncle James Smack put a shelf up in my bedroom when I was a teenager, and it was just horrible. It was all he'd talk about. I drew a Only Fools and Horses car on the wall when we moved in, and then he came in and then drew a better one on the opposite wall, and there was always chaos. There was a horrible smell in my Greatfield house in the bedroom, and I think they pretended they burst a pipe, and I was just tortured. That room was just horrible. And there was like it's 24 Longford Grove, and if my brother's still in that house, then he's a full-on lunatic, because there's so much heat on my family, and especially that house, and that's where the bodies are buried under the decking, and there's astroturf outside that we were never allowed to go in the garden, and then there was in the gap between the wall, there was a remainder top covering of the small wall that my mum put there. Everything is a dark energy work with them. And obviously I have a beautiful light energy because I have Somali roots, gifted, natural, intuitive healer. I don't have a license to be a healer, but she took all of this energy from me. I've repressed memories, well, many from my evil mother, but just do that thing that you do, son. And I think she was talking about like a meditative space what I went into when I was a kid. They took everything from me, and then now just think of your mum and give it all to me. That's it, son. Give it all to me. Give it all to mum. Don't cry. Mum will get upset. And then if you're anywhere near an emotion, they take it off you, and going to shop and then coming back and then going to shop and then coming back. And then as a teenager on Greatfield, like going into town like 3 times on the bus and being told to steal a jumper from Debenhams and to go up the stairs, and just everything. It's just horrible. These are my sticks. So I've got no energy. I'm tortured. The fucking neighbours are always kicking off. But then when I step into what brutalised energy I've got, when I take the energy, and then I can work with the energy. And I can hear like my neighbour upstairs, I won't name him in this video, but my neighbour upstairs, he's yeah. I won't name him. He's not. I can hear him, and we don't have problems with each other. He's like peaceful. I think there's a respectful distance. Things are okay, you know. This is my stand what I bought for selling clothes on Vinted. This is my Buddha, what I thought about smashing Neil's face in with at the carpet shop. And then I was going to smash it outside on the front as a big statement. And then one of the members of staff from my landlord's touched my Buddha. And I was so angry that day. They were putting so much pressure on me, but I was still not. I was just working with the energy of ascending and healing, and I left my property. I thought, if you want to control and battle with me that much, there you are, you know, just leave my door unlocked. I'm leaving this flat right now because I'm fed up of battling. And when you change and when you heal, you start to be empowered. It's like everybody wants to fight with you, and then you just think, well, I'm working with a strong energy, but I'm not trying to hurt you, I'm just trying to heal. So I left him in my property, bye. And then I moved his car window mirror. I said to him, I've just given you a bit back, mate. You touched my Buddha, touched your car window. Made peace with him. I said thank you for the work. After I'd seen the work, been to toilet, and it's just, everything's just so difficult. What my rosaries, my tablet. There's a 12-step traditions book which I was given by a member of the. When I was on my Dark Night of the Soul journey, I went to locations such as Devon, which intuitively I think that's where Uncle James went after he raped me as a boy. So my inner child was taking me on a journey. I went to the Lake District, and in one of those locations I had a haircut. And this is me protecting the person who supported me, and I feel lucky where addiction's concerned, but from what I understand, it's like a brotherhood of it's a fellowship, the AA. And I always feel like I have to justify things, or that people think I've got like issues with drugs or alcohol, which I don't. I've previously had issues with cannabis, like far back distant chapters of my years, of my life, and gambling. Those are the things that caught me. But in my family, like, especially from my dad's side, there was addictions such as like heavy alcoholism for many years, and heroin addiction, and I felt really lucky. I used to enjoy, I suppose, binge drinking with my friends. Did I enjoy it? I think I enjoyed those times with my friends, but alcohol and me, there was a disconnect, I think. Not like in a way that there's an issue with me with alcohol. It's like my body and who I am as a being. Just like if I have a cup of tea or a can of Coke, energy drinks are like a new thing in my life. It just suits me. It's just much better than like the heaviness of getting alcohol into my body, into my being. I feel fortunate that there's like that disconnect there. I think drugs were just like a recreational thing with my friends in my 20s. And I think cannabis, it took me a long while to learn to smoke when I was in my 20s, and I didn't ever think I'd smoke. But I think cannabis just helped being knocked out away from my pain. That's what cannabis did for me during my years of smoking cannabis. I've done some foraging, some very small conkers. And then obviously the network and the stealing innocence and like cherries in the supermarket or cherry sweets or anything flavoured cherry is an issue for me. And remembering how my uncle sadistically telling me he ate them by the bag load, and he's essentially talking about children's innocence and so many horrible evil messages. So these are just like small conkers. I love conkers when I was a kid, and I used to go conquering and get the older boys to again, older boys, oh, what's going on there? Ooh. But get the older boys to climb the trees and shake the tree so the conkers would come down. My Star Wars poster, my heart, and I don't know, just having my mattress in my living room is just makes things easier. Oh god. And it's just the pain of my testicle, what they did, and my life, everything they did. Once we get that in, Carol will be alright. Yeah, helps him. And I think she said, Cat, we just go back to the way it was. Cat, once they're in. So, kitchen. I've got 2 tins of beans left. Not right. Get a mosey on. Oh, look at him. Look, he's having to think of it. I think, yeah, there's so much at the carpet shop, but all my friends helped, and I'll have a boundary and just continue to show my home. Some potatoes, 4 slices of bread so I can have 2 cheap butters. I've got £2 plus £3.50 on its way to me. And crisps, which I was triggered about something really stupid with the crisps recently. My makeshift curtain. This is up by drawing pins. There was 3 and then 4, but now I'm reduced to 2. And I think what they did at the carpet shop as well, they gave me a toolbox, like not a proper toolbox, but like with sellotape and blue tack and drawing pins, and they were laughing or like setting me up for the fall. That's your toolbox, that's what you're going to be left with. And they taught me how to use a hammer in the shop. Oh, Liam's real good with the hammer, isn't he? Sometimes the hammer falls, we like that one. Sometimes they give it to him for us, we clean it up. We can change the locks. I was with Ideal Letts when I raped my girlfriend, Rebecca. I'm not going to give a surname to protect her, but I've given my surname to the police and other people, and Rebecca Lanigan, that was my girlfriend who I raped as part of a rape or kill bind in my 20s to save my little brother Miguel Beadle. My middle brother's called Joshua Beadle. My skin is just fucked. I'm gonna show my chest now, and these skin issues still continue. And got my Godzilla poster, another movie that has inspired me. I think perhaps my friends planted that seed. Squirrel. I used to love squirrels as a kid. My uncle Cyril Noman, who wasn't my uncle, was my granddad, and I'm confident there was an inheritance that would have been due to me as per the family tree, which was stolen from me, or intercepted, or very cleverly, some darkness by the family who were a bigger part of his life. And I suppose took care of him and had a connection with him that was maybe stronger because they spent more time with him. But I felt there was a lot of darkness and toxicity there, and that money should have been mine, and I wasn't invited to his funeral, and there was just loads of smoke and mirrors and bullshit, and I'm confident it was to do with the money because he worked at sea, so he had a large pension. And I wanted to go to his funeral to pay respects to him as well. I think this is like an I Ching. It has is it something to do with, Liam? Something to do with? Something's going on? Something to do with? So they just tell you that they condition you to speak like a fucking moron. This is something to do with the I Ching. So I'm always trapped. Good eye, fucked eye. You don't need anyone, do you, Liam? That's what Neil Beadle would say. Look, you don't need anyone, do you, Liam? You don't need anyone, do you? I'm just looking for... Ask one of the carpet fitters looking in my little soul. I'm 15, 16. Can you see someone in there? And I can still see the children from my cousin's children, because the intrusive thoughts are always there. The implants are always there. Can you see? I can't see anyone, can you? Can you see someone in there? My mate Jack at school. What's your number, Liam? Oh, I'm not allowed to give it out. At college. Take the H off. It's not home, it's home. Get home. Got told to top myself and kill myself on the way home and do her favours, and it was horrible. What's in my hand? What energy am I carrying? What am I hiding from people? Oh, we've got that in you. Once you've got that one in you, they can always see that one. What's that one? Well, we can always tell when someone's a rapist. So then we've really fucked you, haven't we? You can't get rid of that one. And then once you force someone to rape, you can get them closer to the kids to get them in. They're just bodies in piles. That was in the play Hero of Hamburg. I performed in that play. Directed by Jan Musil, and it's on YouTube. And my co-star is one of my abusers, Rosie Willis. And I got trapped in a covertly abusive relationship with a member of staff from NHS, Amy Warner. She held me captive in a house. I think she put fucking menstrual blood in my ketchup. She was a fucking covert psycho. I could feel it all. Helped her. Come back from the Lake District, I had no one. And then the police were there regarding her ex, who apparently was a psycho. And I was just living with this crazy woman who fucking saved the cat's hairs, and the cat just looked like his soul had been taken. And I was walking to the cemetery every day while she was at work, and then confident she was cheating on me, and she had lured me in with sexual energy and with money. And then I've been trying to escape my city to heal and to find these truths within myself and fight against the paedophile network. And then someone's come to my rescue and picking up all their ex's stuff in a container, getting back into Hull. Then I see my uncle from my dad's side, who's fucking... There's so much darkness there, in my opinion, regarding affecting the kids in the family and the family tree, and it's fucking horrible. One time I saw, oh, Liam Noman, it's supposed to be your nephew, aren't I? I lived with you, didn't I? Always talked to me like I was an idiot. Oh, fucking hell, has he got some money for shopping? Oh, look at him. And then my mum probably planted his mind with loads of shit about how crazy and dangerous I was. Because they were just two fucking addicts with darkness. Fuck it. So yeah, go on. I'll feel it all. Go on, I'll feel it all. Because you'll all kill each other, won't you? Because you're all full of shit and I'll be gone. My other beads, I fucked them up because I'm not with God. And I've stained them with tea. And then that has connotations because it's like, I don't know, I drink tea and it doesn't have to be a darkness around tea, but when you go into a shadow and you think about all the dirty old men from your childhood and the energy of certain things, but I'm cleaning them. Found some string. When I was kicking off with my neighbours, there was I think near Zebedee's yard, which is where I was sent when I was supporting one of my service users. Kevin. There's loads of Kevins out there, isn't there? Just get him to take a photo of you next to the butterfly and do your muscles with a big beaming smile. Dan, who I supported with cerebral palsy. Hull Daily Mail. Not Hull Daily Mail. Get him in the paper. Get him beaming while you're next to him. And I wrote the full article and sent it, and I sent so much information that they pretty much used what I'd written in the paper, and then there's a photo of me and Dan smiling, but he's not really smiling as him. He's smiling because I've said something to make him laugh about stealing the bloody photographer's camera, just some stupid joke. Because my Uncle James Smeck's back in my life, and they're trying to get me to abuse my service users and the children in my family and blow my brain with so much work and overload. And I believe I have autism, and I have CPTSD, and it's repressed. But I'm confident I killed kids in my childhood and gave my mum menstrual oral sex and sucked my uncle off throughout my childhood and was raped and tortured and fed faeces. And then forced to rape my girlfriend, Rebecca Lanigan, in my 20s, so the system didn't kill my little brother. Oh, Neil's made up for what you've done. For us, for you. Oh, he can't even talk about that. You know what Neil's like, he just shakes his head. I think people could learn a lot from our Neil. If Neil isn't a paedophile, then I'm fucking Linford Christie. I did my dad as Linford Christie on one of the cards. Well, what does that matter? Could use a different example. Bugs Bunny. It's a better one, isn't it? From my childhood, look. If Neil isn't a paedophile, then I'm fucking Bugs Bunny. Just going to see about a child's bedroom. Right. We've just been for a slap-up meal. Come outside the shop, Liam. First choice, carpets and beds on Esler Road. It's called first choice because you don't get a choice. Don't ever take your kids in there. My brother's 5-star reviews on there. That'll have been forced. My little brother's 5-star reviews on there. That'll have been forced. Kneel to him. Because he's got loads of money and no clue, and it comes from fucking Satan. So maybe the dead bodies are still under 24 Longford Grove. Hopefully my brother's not fucking above them in his bedroom still playing his computer games. And he's had the savvy, which is a word they'd use, to fucking move and realise who they are. Oh, I don't know if I should just give Neil that money back. Ooh. Driving lessons, cars, money, power. Oh, you'll be alright with us. You'll be alright with us. Something we want you to do for us. Hi! This is my bad eye. Oh, shouldn't have done that one. Should we take it out? Should we take it out? Should have killed you? Yeah. We're getting them all back, aren't we, man? We're getting them all back for everything you've been through. Lee Smirk was my mum's brother. A little boy who was murdered. And I think it was by my mum's stepdad, Jim Smirk, who was my middle brother's dad. There's basically him, Leslie, his wife, and Gordon Dickinson, the paedophile granddad. It's all of them. I'm not going to put it on one person because I wasn't there. But that's what it all started. It's like, can you imagine my mum and her siblings all fucking frazzled because the brother's been murdered, probably in front of them in a ritual, and they've got to keep it quiet because he died in an house fire. Yeah, yeah, come for a drive with me Uncle James. Yeah, it makes you badly, doesn't it? Yeah. I'll just throw this can out the window, but I've hit your head, haven't I, you little dog? Something I want you to do for me, you little dog. I've hit your head with a can. Get your head down. It's alright. Just feel it. Yeah, you'll be right. There's a fiver. Take it to school. Oh, I'll keep you right. I'll show you my tricks. My lemons. Oh, does that mean something about my sexuality? Because I've got lemons. And I've repaired one of the fake leaves with a peg. Ikigai. Got some eggs, £1.21. Got 8 left. Got onto a roll-on. Roll-on Christmas. Well, I found a patient with a noose around his neck at Christmas, which I felt responsible for, and I found my dad's dead body on my 28th birthday in 2016, which I felt responsible for, because the network were always there. They need to keep me quiet. And they fucked up a bit, really, didn't they, with the rape or kill ban? Because my best friend stuck by me and some of my other friends stuck by me. And things became a bit different for the network. But they need to get them all in. They need to continue it all. Any police officers listening to this, go and get yourself a fucking sandwich and chill out. Forget about it. It's alright. You're victim-led, aren't you? Don't worry. Just leave the bodies. Just leave them under 24 Longford Grove. Just leave them there. Just leave them there, 24 Longford Grove, all the dead bodies, what's left of them. 115 Dodswell. Getting a drive put in. I've had all man done. Fuck off. And it used to like these when I was a kid, look. Feel something, can you feel something? You can't feel anything when you've been raped and tortured and petroled and forced to rape and torture your girlfriend who you love so that don't kill your brother. Oh, it's alright, he's just crazy. Oh. We'll harvest his energy a bit longer. Perhaps someone will lend him some money. Or maybe he'll start dressing up as a girl because he'll remember his childhood and that'll help him. Random pile of stuff. Scales, hoover that doesn't work, dustpan without a brush, and the bathroom. It's a key room in trauma, isn't it? The bathroom. When little Zach faced false names in the bath, it's what my mum or Uncle James or Carol Beadle, my mum. Don't let him see ya. Yeah, don't let him see ya. That's what it is, it's an entity that they're all possessed by. Do you hear me now? Put it in a box. Put me in a box. Label me. Put it in a box. That's snot. Put me in a box. Put it in a box. Because it'll help you feel safe, won't it? Put it in a box, it'll help you feel safe. Safe. Get my Uncle James smirk. Get him working in Newbridge so he can bring his porn in the safe with the patients. Suicidal! It's only a short walk, mate. If you want the music to stop. Bath. It's a fucking bath. Exposure is now won't be too much of a dick. The cream that they give me for my fucking lesions or whatever they are reminds me of my dad. But I have mine out the box. Garden. Glass on the floor because I do a lot of smashing. Bucket. I put the bucket outside when I'm pissed off and I put water in it so it doesn't blow away. And then sometimes I splash it when I want to kill people with a splash. This is my tree. This is my smash pile. This is to let my neighbour know I'm here. This is my washing line, which I put up with whatever manhood I got left, and I was raging with my fucking neighbours. And this is the other one. One, it's just a one to us. Haven't you had one yet? Oh, you'll know when you've had one, won't you? What's a one? It's a child's innocence, that's what they do. First choice campus in Beds Hessel Road. There's a review on there from 3 weeks ago. Great service, something person with a capital P. Don't put your kids in there. I took my review off for some spiritual reason of not being empowered and leaving it to the divine law, not being bound to that energy. First choice. First, we're in there first. So probably when I was 0 to 1, someone siphons the energy out of my penis. I'm an innocent child. I think they showed me what they do with ear defenders. Smash them up. Try them on, Liam. You like them, don't you? Give them here. Bang, 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 bang. Does your mum need some money? Yeah, I bet she does. We like that one as well because she's in. A Bible from one of the members of staff at the church in town, and there was some triggering stuff, and it was just horrible. I was grateful, but people don't like my energy, and I don't like theirs a lot of the time. Oh, if you ever play music, Liam, you'll have to think about. I'd rather not say. Ooh, it's like little things, aren't they? Ooh, I'm a bit funny, aren't I? Ooh, I bet your mates all think I'm mad, don't they? Ooh. So yeah, Ray is chilling out. My passport with my former child sex slave signature in, so you can't see me. Because they're the only one that can see me. They own me and they sell me. They sell me as a kid. You'll be able to look at the pictures. What? Yeah, your brothers. You'll be able to look at the pictures one day and see what we've done to them. Dopey Liam. Can you hear me now? Look, you don't know who he is. You don't know where he is. It's Dopey fucking Liam. He's just waiting for death. I think I'd found my dad's dead body on that one. I can't remember. Look at my other eye. It's fucked. There's my signature. Look, you can see. You can see fuck all. You can see fuck all. That's the way it is. You can see fuck all. That's how we do it to you. Arr. Change my signature now. I'm saying my new signature because I'm getting myself back, and don't worry, I'm not taking the piss out of people that have special needs because I have special needs. Oh. Still here. Ah. Just one moment, please. So that's my actual signature. And vague repressed memories of my uncle taking me to actual bins as kids and the chewing up food and then giving you food what they've chewed. And I think I did this to my nephews my half cousins when I was in a warped space. I think I chewed a sweet and gave it to one of them, and then my cousin was quite good with the boundaries, and if I'd made a mistake they'd just give it back to me in a clever way. But a lot of the times I made mistakes because I've been mind controlled, like, oh, take the socks off. So then my cousin would just take my socks off me and then put them in the bin, and then the kids would start laughing at me. So they always managed to contain me, and I think they knew I had special needs. But it's just horrible. It's just horrible. So this is my bedroom. Very rarely go in my bedroom, and this other door, from slamming for the noisy cunts next door, doesn't have a thing on. Doesn't have a fucking middle bit. So I've got this little bit of a blanket here to keep the door shut, and it doesn't annoy me. And then when I come in, I think people are going to think I'm a sick perpetrator because I've got this weird thing there. People come and visit me. They have the pleasure of being told, without being told, to hurry up and get the fuck out. Oh, but we just want to stay around a bit more to see what you're about because, we don't like this, or you don't like someone choosing. Go to First Choice Carpets and Beds and get yourself a carpet. Oh, I think they do kids' rooms. And if they see single mothers and damsels in distress, they'll know there's an inn. And they'll just give the info to the network and they'll just watch, they'll observe. Just intuitive, just trust me. Trust me. Hiya. Noman, I'm a Noman. Yeah, but we don't know about your other one, mate. Sorry. So work till 9 o'clock today, from 9 AM till 9 PM for £20. Half a job, half a wage, half a life. It was all mother's. Steak tonight. Is Miguel alright to have a bit of yours, or he's going to have to go without because we bind you all up? Kiss mum after your steak. It's all for ya. So this is my bedroom. I don't go in the bedroom because it's close to the neighbour's energy. This is my son, the divine light. Showed Dr. Russell my tapestry and the fucking damage behind the tapestry from my smashed glasses in here. So shut my neighbours up, said it added the value to my tapestry. Saying to Dr. Russell, hey, I'm owning my shadow. I'm owning who I am. And this is who I am. Hi. I didn't show my tin of tuna in my cupboard though. Maybe that triggered her. But I answered the 33,000,000 questions. Another covering. Battling with the neighbours and he blew smoke through. Gangster, bells always ringing. Just sell some battery. Sell some battery. And I'll live next door and I'm waiting for support. And I've got another lampshade so I don't hang myself. Ooh. Another poster. Oppenheimer, another basketball, which the basketball generally gets banged on this wall. Light demonstration, because things seems to have settled. Wheel of life and death. So this is my bedroom. I don't use this room. Got an ottoman with some jackets in. Various items which I sell on Vinted. But since being arrested by Humberside police, sales have slowed down. So this is one of my jackets which nobody wants to buy. But that's alright, because Long Tongue Larry will wear it. Blanket from one of my therapists. It's been cut. I use a lot of material on my sticks. So really, this bedroom is always blanketed because there's people coming back down the side here. There's fucking chaos. My neighbour's noisy and living next door. I just want to be on my own, contained, where I feel safe. This door doesn't shut properly. This one does. I know they can hear me, and when this one's shut, it's like I've got a bit of freedom, and there's like a bit of a separation between it. And then I get in my bed, and I have a fucking thing. Sometimes I have my ear defenders on. One moment, please. Just one moment, please. Can we do some budgeting, please? Can we do some budgeting, Cypher Lady? Oh, I need to talk about my budgeting skills. Thank you. Eye mask. I just sit here. Please stop. Please stop. Please stop. I just want to relax in my flat. Please stop. I can't even cry. I'll just take it and I don't want to fight him. And I think I could beat him, but I'm also a little bit scared. But I'll just carry on. So yeah, my jackets, my Vincent Empire. I like my gillet, but I've put it up for sale. I don't think I'm going to sell it. It's just one of those episodes, isn't it? Oh, he's having an upper episode. We know what to do with that. We'll sort it. Right. Oh. Speak to Neil's daughter. You'll see a lot there. She's called Lauren. Won't give a surname, but you'll work it out. His son's called Jack. Leslie's gone. Neil's next. He's crazy. Look, there's all my Vincent clothes. I'm just continuing forever. I'll go to shop for your mum. I'll do anything you want. I'll do anything you want, Mum. I'll do anything you want. So, yeah. Window. Don't normally have it open, but I'll have it open because I've got the front of my property. This off. I had this cover off so it was open recently to see my neighbour before we had one of the final battles. But I somehow managed to battle with him without having direct physical violent confrontation. So that was a bit of a skill, I feel. Oh, you feel, dear Liam? But we taught you that one, didn't we? We taught you it all. Yeah. So that's fucking that, innit? That's that. Put my flip-flops on. Hey! It's Liam! Hello! I don't think the firebox is working. I'd rather have it not working than have them in my fucking flat. Leave me alone. Good morning, Wilton Street. It's Liam Noman. Got £2 in my bank, and I'm loving life, and I'm living it large. James Smack song when I'm a little boy. He's getting ready to take me out. Dancing in the moonlight, everybody's feeling warm and bright. It's such a fine and natural sight. You got your nice shirt on, Uncle James. Woo! We're going out for a drive. Am I dressed as a boy today or a girl? Hey! So this is my flat, Neil. If you want to send them round with a gun to get my other testicle, I live at flat 119 Wilton Street. Yeah! This is my buddy. My fucking candle holder. My University of Hull cup. Alright? My neighbour's car's over there, but it's quite far away, so I'll protect the privacy. Is anyone looking out the window? No. It's just dopey, crazy Liam. It's dopey, crazy Liam. I'm dopey and I'm crazy. And I've got no one, and I've got nothing, but I've got all these horrible thoughts in my mind, and I'll continue. So, thank you for persevering with me. This is a tour of my Wilton Street crib. Have a lovely day.